Orlando West in Soweto. A very good morning to you again, and Takwana, thank you so much for joining us. What's happening at this point?
Well, good morning again, Simpiwe. As you can hear behind me, like we saw yesterday, more singing in celebration of Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela's life. Today is being done wholly by the ANC, but yesterday we saw various parties, the EFF, when EFF leader Julius Malema was here, sang throughout the day, but we also saw the leader of the DA, Musi Maimani, also coming here to the house. So Winnie Madikizela Mandela truly appealed to people across the divide here in South Africa. But here to talk to us more about her is the president of COSATU, and that is Sdumo Dlamini. Thank you very much for talking to us this morning, Dade. Your initial reaction when you heard of her passing?
Thank you very much. We were shocked because it came during a peaceful weekend of the Passover. And this news hit us. I was in Durban, indeed very, very shocked. I wasn't aware that she was at that moment admitted in the hospital. But indeed, as you and everybody is saying, it's a life well lived with all the experiences worth referring to for the period and many, many times ahead of us. A beacon of hope. During the times of the repression in our country by the apartheid system, she stood firm, and we looked up to her as workers in this country to understand how we needed to interpret every situation and relate to it properly. She guided us. For COSATU, she had a special place. Never missed COSATU's congresses. You may remember that just about 2 years ago, she made a public call for the unity of COSATU, which we received quite heartedly, because it was coming from somebody that we knew she loved COSATU. She worked to build COSATU, which is why the message we continue to carry through is that of uniting the workers of this country so that we can stand together to fight for our rights as workers in this country. Remembering Mam Winnie and say the increase on the VAT is not right. The increase on the fuel levy is not right. The labor brokers are a modern day slavery to workers in this country. The issue of the e-tolls is not right. It has got to be dealt with. And many, many other issues, the national minimum wage, the rights of the workers in mines and everywhere. Mam Winnie represented that.
Now, talking about these issues that you're referring to reminds me of the fact that they bring divisions within the tripartite alliance that you would have expected people like Mam Winnie as veterans to have molded and brought together. How do you see relations going forward with her passing now?
I see a very positive future because we are all anchored around her life this time around, remembering what she has been standing for, and that as alliance partners we must know that unity of the alliance is sacrosanct. It's nothing to play with. The unity of our organizations is very, very important. The unity of South Africa as a country is critical. She stood for that. She fought for the liberation of all of us. Some of us were not born when she started, but she never enjoyed her youthfulness. She never even enjoyed to be a married woman to her husband because she was taken away by police and her husband was also taken away. But she stood. She never gave up till the last day.
Thank you very much. That is the president of COSATU, Sdumo Dlamini, talking to us about his feelings towards Mam Winnie, her contribution not only to the ANC, but to the relationship between the ANC and COSATU. And what I can tell you, Simpiwe, is that among people that we saw earlier on, are the interfaith ministries led by the South African Council of Churches, but also young people from the United States, the country that you know that today it is remembering the death of its civil rights leader, and that is Martin Luther King Jr. They said that they were here because they felt that even though they're going to Vilakazi Street, a popular place in Soweto, this going on here today meant that they wanted to also get a sense of who Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela was. Simpiwe.
All right, Ntakwana, thank you so much for your time. That is Ntakwana Ngatana outside the home of Winnie Madikizela Mandela. She's been chatting to COSATU President Sdumo Dlamini. And according to a statement that COSATU released yesterday, the national office bearers of COSATU will be visiting the house of Mama Winnie in Orlando West to pay the last respects. The visit will take place at 1 p.m. Central African time today.